Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today again I'm here to talk to parents and teachers. Manners. When the word comes manners, very easily we say parents use these words, child has no manners. And teachers also on PTM use this word, that lack of mannerism in your child. I worked as coordinator, as principal also, and then teacher trainer. I have been for many years. Still I train teachers. So I always ask one question from parents also and from teachers also. When a parent stands in front of me and say, मेरे बच्चे को manners नहीं आते, my child don't have any manners. So I always ask one question, who is responsible? Child is responsible for that? No, because there are two reasons behind this, that why child is not well mannered. Why child is not well mannered? For this question I have two answers, two reasons for that. And then teachers, whenever they say in school, they come to me, sir, ये बच्चा बहुत बदतमीज है, इसको manners ही नहीं, तमीज ही नहीं है. And then I ask teachers, then what are you doing in school? This is your duty. You don't have only this duty, that open the book, read the chapter, explain the chapter, make question answer, do exercises, and then you are gone, finished your duty. No, you have to teach your child that what manners are. So whenever I ask this question from parents and teachers, that your child is not mannered, who is responsible? Then there is no answer. Majority parents, they say, sir, I live in joint family system. So sir, wo mere cousin ke bacche and neighbors and all these. And teachers say, sir, in school child only comes for 4 or 5 hours, and rest I don't know, sir, what type of family the child has, and therefore. No, both lame excuses. Both the wrong answers. Joint family system is the best way your student, your son and daughter will learn mannerism, living in joint family system. I can make one video for that. I can speak for hours in favor of joint family system. So let's come to the topic. 10 manners every child must follow. First, I'll give you the reason why your child is not mannered. The very first thing is that today you as a parent not doing that job that your parents has done, that your grandparents has done. You are not doing that duty. Even at lunch and dinner, you don't have time to talk to your child. You are just busy in your mobile even. You are busy at phone. And you have no time for your child. And you do all those things and child is following you. When you say that मेरे बच्चे को manners नहीं है, I'm sorry to say, वो manners आपको नहीं है. क्योंकि बच्चे ने, the child has learned from you. जब मेरी टीचर कहती है कि child has no manners, then sorry to say that teacher has no manners. Because जैसा वो करती है, child will do the same thing. Child follow. Teacher is a role model for a child. And same thing is with parents. Because we have not taught them manners. We have just given them orders. We have not told them that what benefit you will get after following these manners, if you will move on these steps, what benefits you will get in life. So let's come. The first point, put others first. Today I am telling you that 10 manners that every child should follow. Put others first. दूसरों को फौकियत देना. Very difficult task. And this is the root point. 10 manners, and this is the main root point. Without root, plant can't stand. Plant is the roots of the plant. It spread in soil and give the grip to plant to stand firmly. So this is the root point, the root mannerism, that put others first. How we put others? You know, these are very difficult tasks. Holding doors for others. If somebody is coming, open the door for that person. I am not a gatekeeper. But you know, when some elders are coming, if your teacher is coming, if you open the door, if your father and mother is coming, and if a child opens the door, you know what they say? Wow! What manners the child has got. He's not a gatekeeper. If even your child is in shopping mall and a senior person is entering, and if he opens the door for that person, you know what that person will do? Will pat your child on the shoulder. At least give a big smile to your child and say thank you. So opening door for other is a big task. We have never told our child. This manner. Then stepping aside. I have seen in corridors. Believe me, if you will ask my teachers, I promise, I can take oath on this, that when I move in corridor, as a principal, as a senior coordinator, as a teacher trainer, if my teacher who is taking playgroup, a young girl, she is coming from that side and I am moving from here, believe me, I step aside and give way to that teacher. Sometimes she gets shocked and she says, sir, you are senior, sir, why you are standing for me? Why you are giving way? Why you stopped, sir? I said, you are very respected to me. So, stepping aside. Today, at home, in schools, I'm sorry to say, very few children, they step aside for their teacher. They step aside for their senior students of the school. They step aside for their labor staff. Stepping aside for laborers also, because the labor that is working in your institution, the Masi, the Chowkidar, security guard, the peon boy, they are senior, and our child is not stepping aside, because that child has never been taught for this thing. हमने कभी कहा ही नहीं उसे. Then, offering last cookie. You know, when you're going to some relative's house, as a guest, your brother or sister, your cousin has called you, that come with family to our house. You know the first sentence what mother says, वहाँ जाके नाक नहीं कटाना, तमीज से खाना. Even in your house, the two brothers and sisters, they are sitting. I'll give you one example. In plate only one cookie is left. They are eating biscuits and one biscuit has left. How many of your children will ask your brother and sister that please take, this is for you. No, you take it. No, please you take it. They will just grab it to eat. Because we have never told them. This is how we put others first. Offering last cookie. Then, giving your seat. Believe me, when I was young and moved in a public transport, Karachi, Quetta, in every city of Pakistan I have traveled, I have never seen an old person, man or woman, standing in bus or train and the other young people are sitting. No. Believe me, they fight with each other that, oh, I am giving place to this lady, I am giving place to this old man. No, you sit, I am standing for that person. Today nobody stands. Nobody stands. They just keep sitting. They never give their place, their seat to others. Same thing happens in parties, in others. I have seen in marriage parties, I have seen in family parties. Young cousins, they are sitting and their uncle and auntie and grandparents even, they are standing, they don't have a seat to sit, place to sit. And they are just sitting and chatting with each other, enjoying. And they never say that they stand up and give seat to their grandparents even. And strangers, they are something else. If they are not giving seat to their elders, how can you imagine this thing, that they will give seat to some others? Then comes offering a hand. Have you seen your child? That a blind man is trying to cross the road and your child will say, Mama, please, 1 minute, I am coming. And move to that and, Aiye, aapko road cross karwa. Have your child ever helped someone in your relatives? If somebody falls, in classroom, if somebody falls from chair or in corridor, the first thing what your child do is laugh at others. Because we do the same. So, tell your, from today, please, teachers and parents, tell your sons and daughters, plus students, to put others first. This is very important. And this is the root point of mannerism. Then comes polite phone protocol. Again the same thing. We are not following. How our children will follow this. Now look, off during meals. During meals, phone should be off. When you are watching movie, whole family is sitting and watching a movie, your phone should be off. In classes, attending classes, either internet classes or whatever, in school, colleges, universities, phone should be off. Conversation, sitting and discussing with other people. I am talking to my sister and replying also. No, we are Muslims. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when somebody talks to him, you know what he used to do? He completely turns to that person. Completely. Not like this. Completely turn his body and face to face and then listen to that person. Leave everything. If somebody is speaking for hours, he will stand and listen to that person. If person is on this side, he will completely turn his body towards that person. And we are using phone and listening to others and answering. Very, very bad manner. Give 100% attention to people you are physically with. When you are at home, please put your phone off, because that time is for your family. When you are in classroom, don't use phone. These are phone protocols. Teach these to your child. Thank you note. I tell you, once it happened. I was working at Beacon House school system, and because I work with Beacon House and the city school, so I was used with this. Whenever, even if someday my student will give a good answer, and I will just give a single pencil to that child. Yes, well done, beta, you have done excellent. Your answer was excellent. This is your gift. Or if I will just say that clap for my student, she is the best or he is the best. You know what? Before leaving school, that child will take a small check and write beautifully with color pencil, "Thank you, sir." Thank you note. How many of our children do this? No, because we don't. Now, write note for gifts or special occasions. Somebody at your birthday, if your uncle has given you a gift and you just say, "Thank you, uncle," that's enough. No. If you will make a card, beautiful card, if you will write on that, "Thank you, uncle, for giving me such a beautiful gift." By this, what will happen? You have made that gift a memorable one. Your uncle will never forget. If your friend has helped you in classroom and you have given a thank you note to that child, written form, it means your friend will never forget that thing. Even that my students, 36 years I have done in education, my teaching experience. Still, believe me, in 1986, 87, my students of Quetta, they have given me checks, they have given me things and promised by God, still they are with me. Still they are in my diary. I will show you someday. Then, open the door for others. Here I have done this. Open doors for all, not for your elders, for strangers also. I have told you. Known, your relatives, your teachers, your elders, those persons whom you know very well. And unknown, strangers also, as I have told you in shopping malls and others. These are all good manners. And then, after you, what you have said? After you. As I said, that if you are in corridor or somewhere where if you are crossing the door and there is only place for one person to move, then what you will do? That either you will cross it or what, and second person is moving. Me and my very young teacher of school, me and my student of class 6th, if we both come close to door, what I used to say? I said, "Beta, after you. Please." You are in a big hurry. It takes only seconds when you say that, "Please, after you." So please tell your students that, and your children, that this "after you," what importance these two simple words have. Give examples. Give examples of seniors, of elders, and then they will follow. Then comes the 5th point. Remember that when I say this, that put others first, and second point I have told you, polite phone protocol, thank you note, and open the doors further. Now, open the door and root point. Another root point, when I said thank you note, then the 5th point, 5th manner is thank you and you are welcome. Two very simple words. This is not in written form. Thank you and welcome note. If somebody helps you somewhere, if somebody do some work for you, you have to say thank you. Simply. You are welcome. Somebody says thanks to you, then reply, "You are welcome," with a smiling face. What will happen? These two words are the most powerful words. These two words are the most powerful manners that you have. By saying it will become your habit and you will become a model for others. Again I repeat, thank you and you are welcome. When somebody do something for you, say thank you to that person. If somebody say thanks to you, say you are welcome. You are most welcome. Two simple words, but the powerful manners. It will become habit, and then if this is your habit, you are the role model. You are the role model for others. Then shake hand and make eye contact. I told you about Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. that eye contact, full body turn, and shake hand. Shake hand. I have seen many ulmas, many alims. You know what they do? When you give hand to that person, shaking hands, they do just like this. This is not shaking hand. This is what proudness is there. So if you do like this, and if somebody put forward the hand, and you are not shaking hand with that person, you are telling that you are something. Proudness. A very, very bad manner and bad thing in your life. So remember, shake hands with eye contact. Welcome. Meet new people. When you meet new people, it should be very welcoming. When I say welcoming means with a smile. Sometimes it happens we enter the classroom and say, "Good morning, miss." And sometimes it happens that some coordinator, a new, for example, somebody is on round and enters the classroom. And student and even teachers, they just blank face. "Welcome, sir." What is this? If you welcome someone, then it should be with happiness, with smiling face. So meet new people. First impression is the last impression, because first impression leaves big impact on others. आपकी पहली मुलाकात ही असर रखती है. आपसे पहली दफा जब कोई मिलता है, वो बाद में जाके कहता है, कहता है, वाह क्या पर्सनालिटी थी, कितनी मोहब्बत दी इन्होंने मुझे. So this should be in your child. This should be in your students. This mannerism should be there. So please shake hands and make eye contact and welcome others very happily. Whatever your mood is, teach this manner to your children. Then serve people who enter your home. First I will read for you the points I want to tell you. Make it a routine. When somebody enters, I tell you, it is such a bad luck. Even father enters the house and children, they are sitting and watching cartoons. And father will enter and say, "Assalamu alaikum bachcho, how are you?" Teacher enters the classroom. And children just stand because they know they are in school. So they stand, "Good morning, teacher." Because we have not made routine of our children and students. That's how to welcome that person who is entering your room, your house. So what you will do? In old times, when a guest enters your house, what we used to do? We take their coat. When they put off their coat, we used to take it. We used to hang it. If that person, as soon as enters the house, the very first thing that we used to do when we were young, we say, "Please, do you want a glass of water?" Or without asking even, we take a saucer, put a glass of water and go in front of them. If they will say, "No, thank you, I don't want," never mind, put it on the table. But this we used to do. If they have got some bags, some luggage, at once grab them, take them from their hands. Take them. Because they are guests at your house. So these are guests. Age doesn't matter. Either that person who entered your house is younger or senior. So if you will do these things, if you will follow this pattern, then believe me, your children will follow this manner. I have written Pashtun over here at the end. The best mannerism for the guest these Pashtuns have, the Pathan people. Because I was born in Quetta, my whole life passed in Quetta city. I have visited Peshawar and all, plus the surrounding areas of Quetta, Balochistan. Believe me, when we go, if we are invited on lunch or dinner, you know what they used to do is, when we enter, they welcome with open arms. We sit for Lunch, believe me, for washing hands, they will not allow you to go to washroom even. They will bring their own bowl with water and towel on their shoulder. The elder member of the family even, it is such a good manner. We wash hands while sitting over there, then we use towel, and after that they serve food, and after food when we say bye to them, Allah Hafiz to them. Believe me, these Pashtuns, they even take your chappal and your shoes and they place it in front of you. They pick your shoes and place it in front of you. This is what we call mannerism. And I salute them. Because these are the manners that every Muslim, every good person should follow. Then comes stand up for elders. How many of you, when we were young, believe me, that when father enters house or any senior member, we always stand and we say welcome to them. Nowadays, I tell you, I moved to institution. Whenever a younger teacher is entering, or even my principal, she is very younger to me. She is very younger to me and she respects me a lot. But she is principal, no? And she enters, I'm sitting there, and when she enters, I stand up. When teacher enters, I stand up and say, Assalamu alaikum beta, jiti raho. But I stand for them. So standing for others. Elders even forget. Elders don't stand, but I never forget. I stand for my youngest. So tell your students, your daughters and sons also. Sign of respect. This is the biggest sign of respect. When you stand, while sitting, if you will do like somebody is coming and you will sitting and saying, you are sitting and you will say, Assalamu alaikum, how are you? But the biggest sign is when you stand and you will say, Assalamu alaikum, how are you? And then sit down. Your family members, in your school, your relatives, your neighbors, plus strangers. Some senior, and then stand and welcome them. Stand for your elders. This is the excellent manner that we should teach our students and children. Then, be polite. Who serve? Who serve means, once I was sitting in a hotel with my friend and the waiter came and he served food, and after serving food, when he was leaving, I said, thank you very much. You know what my friend said? He said, Javed, we are paying to this hotel. We will pay the bill. What is the use of saying thank you to this person? Baba, that person has served you in a very decent manner. When we enter a 5-star hotel or any big mall, there is a gatekeeper. He opens the door for you. And what will be the problem if he opens the gate and we will, with a smiling face, we will say, thank you so much. Because these are the manners. By this you are not degraded. कोई इज्जत नहीं जाती, इज्जत बढ़ती है. So, cashier, we go at malls, we shop, at shop stores, cashiers are there. Phone off. When you are talking to these person, at that time even you don't talk at phone. Give full attention. In restaurant, you have to say thank you. In stores, this is thank you. Your bus driver, your soldiers, what I'm saying is that somebody opens the door for you, cashier takes bill from you, in store you buy something, pay dues, and that person carries a bag, packs put your things that you have purchased in shopper and give it to you, say thank you to them. A policeman standing on the road did nothing for you. But even when you cross, if he looks at you, say thank you very much. He will say, why you are saying thank you to me? He says, sir, you are standing for my safety. You are standing for my safety. This is the biggest work you are doing. That's why I am saying thank you to you. So that's why I have written soldier even. The policeman, the security guard standing in front of bank. How many of we elders, when we entered banks, we said thank you to that security guard. When some robbers comes, you know what happens? Very first fire will hit that security guard. And he's standing for our safety. We should thank that person. So the person who serves you is the best person who deserves your thanks. And last manner that I've written is, that is meal times. You have seen in your houses also, at meal time, using phone, attending phone and eating also. Please, the very, very bad manner and bad habit that we elders are doing, and we are passing this to our youngsters. I have told you, my own family, my two nieces, they don't eat lunch or dinner without watching cartoons. The very bad thing. But this is what we are facing nowadays. So we have to change these things, because food, dinner is venue for manners. बिस्मिल्लाह पढ़कर खाओ, शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कहो, बीच में बात मत करो, पानी सीधे हाथ में पकड़ो. ये सब करते हैं. Nobody says इस वक्त फोन और टीवी नहीं करना. It is venue for manners. We have to demonstrate. हम कर दिखाएंगे तो बच्चा करेगा. हम न्यूज देख रहे हैं, बच्चा भी तो कार्टून देखेगा. Then why we say कि तमीज नहीं है बच्चे को? Why we say कि बच्चा खाना नहीं खाता इसके बाद? हम नहीं खाते. No TV, no phone. This is, please, food with happiness. Eat your food and water. Whenever you're drinking water, whenever you're eating food, with full respect and happiness you have to eat. And one sentence I will tell you at the end about this last point, manners of mealtime. You know, when food is ready and you are sitting on your dining table and food is waiting for you, you know what? जब आप खाना लग चुका हो और आप बैठे हो और इंतज़ार कर रहे हो और इंतज़ार करवा रहे हो खाने को, क्यों? आप खा नहीं रहे ना, आप तो फ़ोन पे लगे हुए, या आप टीवी की न्यूज़ देख रहे हैं. आपको आपकी मिसेज, आपके पेरेंट्स कहते हैं खाना खा लो. एक मिनट, बड़ी ज़बरदस्त खबर है, एक मिनट. यू आर बिजी ओवर देयर. यू नो, एट दैट टाइम वो खाना आपको आवाज़ देता है और पता है क्या कहता है? वो कहता है, आज तुम मुझे इंतज़ार करवा रहे हो, जिस दिन मैंने इंतज़ार करवाया तो बहुत पछताओगे. Please note this word. That food, when food waits for you, then you know what that food says? It says that today I am waiting for you to eat me. And one day, when I will force you to wait for me, then it will be a problem for you. So please, in this while telling you 10 manners, my dear parents and teachers, sometimes you have felt that my sound become harsh. Sometimes you felt that I got angry. You know why? Because it pains over here. The person who is a teacher gets pain when students not follow manners. When young people, they don't follow manners. When parents, they don't teach their children how to follow manners. When teachers, they don't teach their students how to follow manners. Even when they don't demonstrate that what manners are. So it hurts. And then naturally my sound, it becomes sometimes disturbed. My sound you have felt, but the tears you have not seen while explaining you these things. So really I become sad. Really it hurts me when my students, my children of this nation, when they lack these things. So I hope that from today we will work on these, and first of all we will work on ourselves. पहले हम टीचर और पेरेंट्स खुद को सही करेंगे इंशाल्लाह. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my video, please forward it to your friends and neighbors. Tell your friends and neighbors that this video should be watched by every teacher and every parent. So please subscribe my channel and tell others to subscribe my channel. Because these types of videos you will find lot more, and for that press the bell icon. I thank you very much for listening, and again I will say sorry if I have hurted someone. So with lots of love, lots of praise for all of you. Thank you very much and love you all. Take care.